my dear students. So today we are going to discuss about the search of genetic material. Okay, so even though the nucleus, actually the nuclein which was discovered by Friedrich Michel and the principles of inheritance was explained by Mendel, but still to prove DNA as a genetic material, it took long time to discover and establish. Okay, so we are going to discuss the experiments which prove that DNA as the genetic material. So the first one, transformation principle. This transformation experiments conducted by Frederick Griffith in 1928. So this transformation experiment was conducted by Frederick Griffith in 1928. Okay, so he only first started the nature of to establish the evidence of genetic material. He performed series of experiments by selecting 2 strains of bacteria. So what bacteria he selected for his experiment? That is Streptococcus pneumonia. Streptococcus pneumonia. So this is the bacteria he selected for his experiment. 2 type of Streptococcus pneumonia he selected. So what are the 2 type of strains? It is S strain and R strain. The S strain is called as smooth strain and the R strain which is called as rough strain. The S strain is capsulated. The S strain is also called as capsulated strain. Capsulated means they are having mucus coat and they produce. So they are having mucus coat. So their outer surface is very smooth and they produce shiny colonies in the culture plate. But coming to the R strain, so due to the presence of this mucus coat, they are virulent. This R strain is virulent and they cause the disease pneumonia. So this is about the R strain. So next he selected this is about S strain. So next he selected R strain. The R strain which is known as rough strain. This is known as rough strain and also known as non-capsulated. So non-capsulated means they do not have mucus coat. They do not have mucus coat. So due to the absence of mucus coat, they are avirulent or non-pathogenic. So they do not cause pneumonia disease. Okay, so these are the details of the R strain and S strain. So what he conducted his experiment in 4 steps. Okay, so the first one, when the S strain. So when he injected the S strain of bacteria into mice, what happened to the mice? Because the S strain is the virulent strain. So they caused pneumonial disease and the mice died. Okay. So in the second step, when he injected R strain, when the R strain was injected into the mice, there is because R strain is non-virulent, so the mice survives. Okay. So next in the third step, what he did, he killed S strain. The S strain was heated. Okay, so heat killed S strain. So when the S strain was heat killed, so it becomes non-virulent. So the mice alive. Okay, so here also the mice survives. So the fourth step only actually proves the transformation of the genetic material. So in the fourth step, he mixed the 2 strains. So what are the 2 strains mixed? The S strain which is heat killed. So the heat killed S strain and R strain. So when these 2 strains are mixed, what result he expect? For example, if you take individually, when S strain heat killed S strain, mice survives. When it is R strain, the R strain also mice survives. But when he mixed this 2 strain, what result came? The mice died. Okay, so from this experiment, what he concluded that S strain bacteria transformed something, because he used the statement something only. So the something is transformed from S strain to R strain. So they cause the mucus production, that mucus coat production in the R strain, which converted the R strain to S strain. So which became pathogen and the mice died due to pneumonial disease. Okay. So what is the conclusion he given? Something is transforming from heat killed S strain to R strain. That transformed material, they have the ability to coat coat to produce mucus coat, okay, which cause the death of the mice. So this is the experiment, transformation principle. This is a great evidence which is given by the Frederick Griffith in 1928 to prove the genetic transformation of the genetic material. Second experiment, so this transformation principle was proved by Avery, MacLeod and McCarthy. They only biochemically proved the transformation principle. Actually, before there is a doubt which is the genetic material, whether protein, whether DNA or it is RNA. Because Griffith said the statement, he given the statement, the things are transforming from one bacterium to another bacterium. But he doesn't tell whether it is DNA or either it is protein or either it is RNA. So this was this, which is the actually before the experimental proof of these three people, there is a belief lot of the people thought the genetic material is protein only. So to prove this, whether it is protein, DNA or RNA, the second biochemical characterization started. So the second experiment, which is called as biochemical characterization of transformation principle, biochemical characterization of transformation principle. So this experiment was given by three peoples, that is full name is Oswald Avery, then the next one is MacLeod, and the third person is McCarthy. Okay, these three peoples, they experimentally proved. Okay, so they, for example, if you take the fourth step of the Griffith experiment, what is the fourth step of the Griffith experiment? That is heat killed estrine plus R strain. Okay, when they mixed the two strain, when Griffith mixed this two strain, what result he got? The mice died. Okay, so he said something is transforming from this heat killed S strain to R strain, that is DNA or RNA or protein. That is the main proof of this experiment. Okay, so by using the enzymes they proved. First they treated this heat killed S strain with protease enzyme. Okay, suppose if the heat killed estrine was treated with protease enzyme, means the protease enzyme will denature protein part. Okay, so now suppose if the protein is the genetic material, means now the protein get denatured, so it is not able to transform from this heat killed estrine to R strain. But still what result they got? Mice died only. So what results they got? Mice died. Okay, so in the second step they treated the heat killed estrine with RNase enzyme. So when it was treated with RNase enzyme, you know the function of RNase enzyme. RNase enzyme will digest or degrade RNA. So when the RNA is digested, now what will happen? Suppose if RNA is the genetic material, whatever we are believing, suppose if the RNA is transformed from this to this, now the RNA is degraded by the RNase enzyme. So what result would come? Mice survive, but the same result is came. Mice died. Okay, so what it shows what? Even though the RNA is not transformed, some other material is transforming and they are converting the R strain to S strain. So the second one also, the second step proves the DNA is not transformed from heat killed S strain to R strain. Then they used DNA enzyme. When the heat killed S strain was treated with DNA enzyme, the DNA enzyme used to digest DNA. But when the DNA is denatured, what happened? Opposite result came. So what result came? Mice survives. Mice alive. Okay, so from that what is the proof? So when the DNA is digested, when the DNA is not transformed, the R strain remain as R strain only. They are not converted into S strain. So this experiment biochemically proved that DNA is the hereditary material. Okay, so this is the important evidence for the biologist. Experiment, this is the experiment, the unequivocal proof of DNA as the genetic material. So this experiment, which was given by Hershey and Chase, and this experiment is also known as blender experiment. So in this experiment they used two organisms. One is T2-Phage virus and another one is E. coli, because this T2-Phage is used to infect this E. coli. So coming to the T2-Phage, what is the structure of the T2-Phage? They are having this protein coat, and the protein coat in the inside of the protein coat there is the genetic material DNA. So the DNA genetic material which is enclosed by this protein cell, and you know the component of the DNA. What is the component of the DNA? Nitrogen base, phosphoric acid and pentose sugar, and this is the protein, and this protein is made up of sulfur containing amino acids. So what are the sulfur containing amino acids? Methionine and cysteine. So it is made up of this protein coat which is made up of sulfur containing amino acid, and this is the DNA. So this is the protein coat. So from this experiment we are going to prove whether from the virus to bacteria the protein is transforming during the time of infection or DNA is transforming during the time of infection. So that is the proof, either protein or DNA. So first step in this experiment, preparation of the T2-Phage. So what is the preparation? So the first step is preparation of T2-Phage. Okay, so in the first step the T2-Phage is taken. One T2-Phage is allowed to grow in the medium which is having radioactive phosphate 32. So one bacteriophage is allowed to grow in the medium which is having radioactive P32. So another bacteriophage is allowed to grow in the medium which is having radioactive sulfur. So this medium which is having radioactive sulfur 35. So this is the first step, preparation of T2-Phage. The second step is infection. Okay, so now there are two different phages. One phage was which was grown in the phosphate, radio labeled phosphate medium. So you know very well phosphate is the component of DNA. So in this phage the radioactivity was automatically incorporated to their DNA part, and the another phage which was grown in the sulfur, radioactive sulfur medium, the radioactivity was automatically transferred to their protein coat, because their protein coat which is made up of sulfur containing amino acids. Now this phage is allowed to infect E. coli, and this phage also allowed to infect on E. coli. So this phages are now infecting the E. coli. So you just remember, this phage is having their radioactivity in their DNA, this phage is having their radioactivity in their sulfur coat. Okay, so what is the third step? After some time of infection, just we are agitating, blending. So the third process which is known as blending. Blending means agitation. So agitation in a blender which to break the contact between. So when we are blending, when we are agitating, so this contact is broken. Okay, so this contact is broken, the virus and the bacterial contact which is broken. Okay, so we know that DNA only transformed from virus to bacteria, but this is going to be experimentally proved. Okay, so now first step, what? Preparation of T2-Phage. What is the second step? Infection. What is the third step? Blending. The fourth step is centrifugation. So the fourth step, what we are doing? Centrifugation. In the centrifugation, what we are doing? The bacteria were separated from unadsorbed phage and phage fragments. Okay, so what we are getting while centrifuging in this test tube? Okay, so in this test tube, the bacteria which is sedimented and the unadsorbed phage particles. Unadsorbed means that is protein only, the protein coat which is not enter into the bacterium. So here we are having bacterium. Okay, bacterium. So in this test tube also, what will happen? The bacterial cells which is getting sedimented and the protein coat which is present on the upper part. Okay, because you know the higher molecular weight particles will be settled and the lower molecular weight particles will be on the top. So if you check this sedimented If you check the sediment, so in the sediment bacteria is present. So what is transformed from virus to bacteria? When they absorb this test tube, in the first test tube, the radioactivity was seen in the bacteria. So the bacteria which emits radioactivity. So from this what proved? Because from the virus, because in this virus only DNA is having radioactivity. So only the radioactivity we are getting in the sedimented bacterial part. But in this one we are getting the radioactivity in the upper part only, because this virus which is having their radioactivity in their protein code, but the DNA was transformed, but the DNA is not having radioactivity. So in this test tube the radioactivity was seen in the sediment, which is the sediment is having the bacteria. So in this one the radioactivity is present on the supernatant. Okay, so the top portion, the liquid portion, which is called a supernatant. So from this experiment they unequivocally proved the DNA is the genetic material. So this is the very important experiment which proves the DNA is the genetic material which passed from phage to bacteria for several generations. Thank you.